can swim through this without any risk of having to do it over, but that takes entirely too long. Either way, this is really weird here. I wasn't really expecting this. I had vague memories of how it worked when I was a kid, but this is actually some pretty intense stuff right here. For fans of Ocarina of Time who never played this for some sick reason, this is basically the same thing as Dampy, the Gravekeeper's amazing puzzle for the hook shot, except you can't really fail it, and it's also, as you will see shortly, freakishly long. I really don't know why they made it so long. It, like, 3 times I wanted it to end. And these Dekus, I guess it's because you'd normally be a Deku instead of a Link, but they just sort of look at you because it's like the Deku land of Dekus. And see, he doesn't really outrun you. He just... There are some... Okay, I don't know what that grinding noise is. Maybe there is a way to mess up, but I didn't last time and I shouldn't now. It is kind of difficult, though. You need to... If he gets ahead of you like this, you need to look for his light immediately. But yeah, you could see him, he does wait for you at the end of certain passages. And you get into these big old tree rooms with some extra rupees I won't be getting, apparently. Oh gosh, you have to do the whole thing over again. Luckily, he knows that you're Link. Maybe the fact that you are basically... Your Deku form was basically his disembodied son, made him realize that you may have not originally been a Deku, and the fact that you saved the princess really means that they can ignore their racism against humans, I guess. Ignoring racism against humans really doesn't seem like a good idea all that much. But, nah. And humans are nothing but trouble. And is this water poisonous? Why is it green? But yeah, basically the only way to have to restart this is if you take really slowly, I guess, or if you die like I did so gracefully. Those doors might, or that grinding noise might just be doors closing after me, and I really shouldn't be wearing the bunny hood for this since it's making me jump further than I really want to. And can I kill them? No, I can't. I didn't really want to because they're kind of kawaii, but I was just curious if they were still considered enemies. Made me think I was supposed to dodge them or something the first time I went through here. And look, now we have like the magical ferry boat ride. Why exactly, I'm not sure. And now you think, oh, that was a pretty hard part. The end must surely be in sight. No, you would be absolutely wrong on that count, considering there's more hazy mazes. Luckily, you can just follow the rupees here. And he does have a pretty obvious light. Oh, this is a bad room to get behind him in because there are firewalls that are the worst things in any game. I hate them so much. They were like the only thing that ever damaged me in the Goron Temple in Ocarina of Time. Oh well. This is not a particularly hard room anyway, and the bunny hood basically wrecks this room considering you can walk up everything because you're too frigging fast, and that could have been intimidating, but it wasn't because I'm faster than everything. And is it done yet? Nope. And look at that. Now I have to pull out my friggin' bow and arrow. I guess you can flip over to that platform, but still would be a bit inconvenient if you didn't have any arrows at this point. I'm not even sure. I thought there was a platform down there. I don't know. Luckily, there's no heart piece for beating him to the end or anything. But this is seriously obnoxiously long. Luckily, it's done finally. And what do you get? One of the most useless masks in the game. It doesn't even give you a heart piece like some masks. You have to work too hard to find a mushroom in the Lost Woods, and then you can give it to the potion shop, which will then begin selling blue potions, which really aren't useful, considering there are fairies which can completely heal you, I believe. Maybe they do 7 hearts, but it's still effectively completely healing you, and there are... Actually, I won't need that fairy mask for a while now. And there are later in the game milks you can drink that give you infinite magic, making the green potion and blue potion, or the magic aspect of the blue potion, entirely pointless. So basically, you just did a hard mini-game, or not really hard, but a lengthy mini-game for a mask that is useful once for something that is not required to 100% the game and is not even helpful in 100%ing the game. Well, I mean, it could be helpful, but for how much work you have to do to get it, it's really not worth it when you could just buy a blue potion from the apathy store, where you do not need blue potions because there are way too many magic pots and hearts everywhere you go, regardless of what kind of potions you have. Anyway, I could just skip this all, but you guys are all sticklers for seeing absolutely everything I ever do in this game, I guess. Maybe not so much, but also vines grow up there, so you can climb up back to Woodfall if you forgot to activate the Song of Soaring and then you wanted to get back up there after you've already killed the boss and therefore done everything of interest up there. Nice little touch anyway. I'm being overly critical of everything, but that's how I show I actually care about things. I know that sounds cliched and probably like I'm kidding, but no, if I didn't care about the game, I wouldn't be criticizing it for having silly things like that, because it would show I don't have any standards for it, and I do have standards for this game, and it is generally quite good at meeting up to them, and I'm not going to point out, like, the fact that I really like everything about this game. I'm going to point out the few things that stick out by not being good. If I was pointing out the things I liked about the game, it would probably be a worse game. Sorry, I'm sort of self-conscious about my complaints because a lot of people whine about me being too critical of games, and I'm really not critical of games that I Let's Play, considering I only Let's Play games that I like to some extent. I'm not sure why I would do anything otherwise. Whoops. Not sure what happened there. I don't think this drastically increases your range, but it might at least increase it to some extent. Well, that was useful. At least I maxed out my magic because my OCD was sort of flipping out about that, and now we have to go through the wonderful fun of doing this again. This is what I was going to cut out incidentally. This would be easier if I just memorized the pattern or looked at my map, but too lazy. Dag's rat. Up, 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 up. No, monkey, don't leave me. Oh, look, that witch is dead. Oh no, oh no. I probably should have bought a red potion so I could have skipped the second trip through this, but whatever. I'm fine with the free red potion. There we go. Once again, this is all totally pointless since you've seen me do it before, but since it's to unlock something sort of new, what the hey? What the hey? Wish Bunny Hood made you climb faster, and after saying that I realize it might, and I swear that looks like it has a ladder going up the back of it. What is the deal with that? It's quite confusing. And I like how the door doesn't fully fit on the potion shop, but what happened? My sister is eaten by monkeys? Okay, here I have a red potion. What do you do? Quick, take a potion to her. Okay. I'll equip this now for quick reference. I'm not sure what that song is playing. Maybe it's like, it would be cool if it was a Spirit Temple song or something, considering they were the bosses of the Spirit Temple, or yeah, I think it actually is a Spirit Temple. Generally mix up the names of the Spirit and Shadow Temples, since you fight a spirit in the Shadow Temple, and the Spirit Temple is more of a sand temple, but follow me. You can actually Z-target the monkey, and then you stop running, so it's useless. And, whoops, I want to really slash some of these grasses, but it's not really a good idea. There we go. I got a blue potion, and by potion I mean rupee, and I hate you. Thingy. Do-do-do.
You have a potion for me?
Here's a potion.
I'm going to eat it and then Simeon Slam. Okay, come eat rice. Now I give you a stupid mini game. I mean, a fun mini game.
Oops, I went the right way. Incidentally, let me see if the Mask of Sense worked, because someone might be curious even though it's totally useless. I guess it's sort of amusing because of that, but what's the point of that when you could be doing this? Yeah, really no contest for the Novelty Mask prize.